If I could say one thing to any business owner, regardless of size, it would be that your business has an automatic fraud susceptibility, and there have been copious studies made that has indicated that if you take at least 6% of your revenue line, that is your minimum fraud risk exposure at any given point in time. So my name is Marchant. I'm the Managing Director of the Bishop Collins Audit practice, and I've been doing audit for over 20 years now. Recognising the signs of embezzlement is actually a responsibility of all stakeholders, right from the top, so that might be the board of directors, right through to the employees working on the ground. But equally it can also be third parties that might come forward in relation to concerns they might have that we refer to as whistleblowers. Many organisations are exposed to a risk of embezzlement, and this can happen either internally or externally. The difference between internal and external fraud is quite simple really. Internal fraud is somebody within the organisation, so it could be a member of the board through to an employee. External fraud could be a customer, supplier or any other third party. Yeah, there are a number of businesses that are at a higher risk of internal fraud occurring, and these are generally those with less than 100 employees, as well as those that may not have sophisticated internal control environments. Small businesses generally have a higher susceptibility to internal fraud, and this is generally because their internal control frameworks are less sophisticated, and by having less employees, there are less opportunities for having more checks and balances in place. Larger corporations, on the other hand, generally have more employees, more checks and balances, more sophisticated internal control environments, and greater oversight by multiple parties. Red flags that somebody may be embezzling a business are quite numerous, but some of the real critical ones that every business owner should be aware of are things such as employees not taking leave, resisting leave, having a large number of journal entries and void transactions, and demonstrating a real difference in lifestyle. And this can include, again, showing up in the flashy car, living beyond their means, and lavishing their teammates with gifts. The employee not taking leave is a fraud risk factor because they're in a position where they can, in effect, cover up their actions. We do a number of internal control risk reviews for a number of organisations, but some of the more interesting ones that have actually alluded to instances of fraud and employee embezzlement have included ones where, for example, the safe was completely empty and void of cash, and nobody was aware of it until the auditors came in and detected it. Similarly, another one was where an employee used their position of power to misappropriate a company-owned vehicle without being challenged by the board or management in doing so. Culture is paramount in preventing fraud, and it goes right from the tone at the top, right through an organisation. Importantly is that you can't be seen as accepting or tolerating fraud. So to combat embezzlement, there's a number of internal control measures you can put in place, but by far the two best ones are having adequate segregation of duties and ensuring that all employees take regular leave. If you don't engage with Bishop Collins Audit, you're foregoing at least 6% in fraud, but you're also sending a very damaging cultural message that fraud is okay. Frankly, the behaviour you walk past is the behaviour you accept. Bishop Collins Audit can help you improve your business's internal controls and protect against fraud risk factors. And the best time to engage with us is now.